Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 110 of Scrolling Around. This week we're going to head over to OHS for their Link Day. Then we're going to go on a little bit of a road trip to see the 2019 band camp and then back again to our hometown to see Meet the Teams. So don't go anywhere. Scrolling Around starts right now. This episode of Scrolling Around, we're going to head over to OHS to see the freshmen come in and be met by all of their future classmates. Take a look. Today is an exciting day for more reasons than one. We're here at Oxford High School with the principal, Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf, can you tell us what's happening here behind us?
Absolutely. Right now we're welcoming our freshmen in. This is the class of 2023. Today is their registration day, but what we do is we bring them in the morning. We have our upperclassmen, which we call our Link Crew. And in the acronym, they do just that. They link up with our underclassmen, so they have a mentor in the first semester of the year. Really throughout the entire year, but a lot of activities through basically August to January. And the idea is to make sure they have someone who can answer their questions, help them with their lockers, with their schedules, if there's any conflicts. And our Link Crew has been around for a while. We select the upperclassmen who want to apply in the spring so they can get some leadership experience and get involved in the school. And it's a wonderful time for our students so that when they enter on day one, they really feel like they already belong. They feel confident because every student walking in the door, whether they went to OMS or whether they went to a different middle school, feels a little out of place, maybe not totally confident in themselves. So the idea is to do just that, make them feel welcome, warm, and ready to start the year off successful.
And there's a lot of freshmen here. Do you know approximately how many there is?
Yeah, we'll have students enrolling even through this week leading up to school and next week prior to the start on August 26th. But we have over 400 students right now in our freshman class. And it's an awesome, excellent class as we've worked with the middle school, making sure their schedules are set. They're in the classes they should be in, and they have the supports they'll need when they enter on day one.
And day one is coming up pretty soon. The start of school this year is?
Our start of school is August 26th. And we have a 4-day week that week, as we have that Friday off before Labor Day, and then we have the Monday off following Labor Day. Yep.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation of what's going on behind us. We're going to turn it back over to
Miss Jasinski and Miss Belazic. They're our Link Crew leaders.
Awesome. We're going to turn it over to them. Tell us what Link Day is all about.
Sure. So Link Day is a freshman orientation program. The entire freshman class joins us here. We have 465 students this year. They're led by a team of 90 Link leaders. It's a series of get to know you activities, kind of school spirit sorts of things, and then tours of the building and information about high school.
And we were walking a little bit before, and you told me that this is a national program?
Yeah, so Link Crew isn't unique to Oxford. This same program is happening all over the country in a whole bunch of different high schools. There's 2 levels of it. So there's a program that welcomes kids into middle school, and then Link Crew welcomes kids into high school. So later today, our entire new 6th grade class is also going to be going through a similar program.
Now you said similar. Is it pretty much the same activities, meet each other? This is the the qualities that you can use inside middle school or high school?
Yeah, so a team of 8th graders welcomes in the 6th grade class. That program is called WEB, Where Everyone Belongs. And both of the programs are meant to just build school culture and community.
So Mrs. Blasik, she was explaining, if you waited around and waited for everyone to tell you where to go, that maybe means that you're not ready for the leadership position and things like that. Is that a way for you all to kind of let the freshmen know without directly saying it, maybe you would like to do this in the future, or maybe you should apply for a leadership team?
Yeah, so Link Crew is all about encouraging students to become involved in the high school community, but we also want to make sure that we make a point of them understanding that can look like a lot of different things, that being a spectator at a sporting event is just as important as the athletes playing, that we need everybody to build our school.
And speaking of everybody, you said that the leadership leaders here, or not leadership, but the Link leaders here are made up of 90 students, and you all made a point to say, these are athletes, these are scholars. How did you go about picking those individual students?
Yeah, we're really proud of the team that we have. It's a group of juniors and seniors. They apply to be Link leaders, so it's just kids that are interested in building, right, our school community. But we have over 4.0 students, and we have students that get a 1.5, and we have kids that are involved in everything, and then we have kids that this is the only thing that they do. It's important that the freshmen see a wide variety of students here because they come from a wide variety of backgrounds.
We can be that partner if you need us to be, okay? So don't be afraid to knock on the door and ask for help, or ask a Link leader or any adult in this building, because we can all help you, okay? So don't be afraid to do that.
I'm here with a Link student. Can you tell us how you discovered the Link team and how you got involved in it?
I seen flyers posted around the school. Me and my friends, we seen it and we thought it would be interested to join, so we joined.
So what all did you have to do to get involved in Link?
Basically, you signed up and you waited to get accepted. If you got accepted, they sent you an email to your student account, and after that, you got invited to May Day, where we got ideas gathered together, and then we went from there.
So all of the Link team members, they had a part in doing the activities and coming up with what the freshmen today were going to do?
Yes.
And how did you guys come together and figure that out?
Well, we all just came here. We actually were here on Monday, running through all the procedures and stuff. This has been going on for years, so some stuff was already formed. Other than that, we came up with ideas, all thought of things, and just put our ideas together.
And is this your first year on Link team?
Yes, this is my first year.
Would you recommend it?
Yes, I definitely would, and I wish I would have done it way further than this.
Okay, well, congratulations on making it to your senior year. We're going to be looking out for you this year.
Thank you.
Guys, how does it feel to be incoming freshmen this year?
I think it's exciting.
I think it's exciting because we're changing things up and coming to a new school and meeting new people.
Yeah,
Do you think that this assembly was, well anticipated? Do you think it helped at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think it helped because we got to meet some new people during the activities, and it'll help the people that are coming in new to the school, find friends easily.
What's the thing that you're most looking forward to this school year?
Probably because you get more options for electives and stuff.
Yeah.
More options for sports. I play soccer, and we don't have that in the middle school, so it'll be nice to be able to play that.
So you're definitely going to be on the soccer team this year.
Well, I'm going to try out, hopefully, yeah.
Well, I see that your teammates are leaving, so we're going to let you guys go. Thanks, ladies. Jairus, can you tell us how you found out about Link team?
Well, my mom was looking through clubs, and she was kind of like, you should join a club. She's like, Link leader. And I was a freshman then, so I couldn't join it. So I waited 2 years until I was junior year, then I joined it junior year, and now I'm here.
So do you usually do Link team stuff all year long, or is it just in the beginning of the school year?
It's literally just during the summer. I literally been doing this for 2 days.
Do you think it's easy? Would you recommend it for upcoming seniors and juniors?
Yes, it's really easy. It's fun too.
Tell us what all you do.
So what we really, honestly, what we do is we do a lot of team building, and then we plan out all of the events we're gonna do. Today we're doing we just did count off, right guys?
How do you think it benefits the freshmen to participate in all these different activities?
You get to learn things that'll help you in high school, such as getting new friends, encouraging each other, stuff like that. Just the basics we need to have a good life in high school.
And as a freshman, I would guess that you participated in a Link Day orientation event like this.
Yes, I didn't think of much of it. I regret that, but if I thought about it, I would have had a better high school year. But right now, I'm doing fine. Yeah.
And was it some of the same activities as when you were a freshman, or did you guys tweak those just a little bit?
Honestly, I think a few things changed, but most of the time it's the same. Like nothing special. There wasn't Avengers, of course, but like, you know.
Well, thank you for talking to me. Now we're going to speak to some of your crew members. All right, guys, how does it feel coming in as an incoming freshman pretty soon at the end of this month?
It feels exciting. So we'll be like in the higher school.
Intriguing.
I'd say exciting too, because to meet new people in a bigger school and better lunches.
So as a freshman, you don't necessarily understand why you have to come to the orientation and do all these activities, right? So what is something that you think really stood out during the assembly?
I think like all the energy that like all the teachers and staff had.
The lady wearing an Avengers suit.
I'd say the energy that the link leaders had to get us excited for the school year.
Do you think the activities they had you all participate in helped with meeting new people and kind of breaking that shyness a little bit?
Yes, because it's like you feel kind of nervous coming into school, but then when she like does the fun stuff, makes us do the wave, and you feel kind of like you feel good. I guess I don't know.
So did a lot of you come from OMS? Did you see anyone here that you maybe didn't know before that you did meet?
I've met some people that I haven't seen before through football, and yeah, I've seen some people. I haven't really met any new people yet through today. Yeah, I saw people. I didn't really meet them, but I was able to like spot out a couple that I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I saw new people, but I didn't really meet them either.
Now all three of you are from OMS. You already know each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that you guys are pretty good friends.
Yeah.
How did you meet in middle school? Because obviously from middle school to high school, both are huge transitions from, you know, your previous school. Was it similar to what you guys think coming to high school would be like?
Yeah, I'd say it'd be similar.
Yeah, it's very similar. It's not that bad.
What was it like coming from an elementary school to a big school like OMS?
It was like a big change because like the schedules were different and there were a lot more classes than elementary.
Well, this year is a big year. You're coming to a much larger school, a lot more people, and a lot more freedom. So with that, you have to be a little bit more responsible. We're going to look out for you three in the future. And thanks for talking to us, guys. All right, guys, so we just heard from a few more students. We're going to let them branch off into their individual classrooms and do a few more activities. But as for us, we're going to wrap it up here. Remember that school starts August 26th, so we're going to be on the lookout for all the incoming freshmen as well as the seniors this year. Until next time, I'm Alexis Orr. Link Day is not unique to Oxford High School, as the teacher was telling us inside the interview. It is a national program, so schools all across the board participate in this, as well as OMS for their incoming 6th graders. We're going to be on the lookout for both the new 6th graders as well as the freshmen this year. But moving right along into our next segment, we're going to take a quick field trip over to see the 2019 band camp. Take a look. Hello, everyone. I'm Alexis Orr.
And I'm Danielle Smith, and we are here at the 2019 Oxford Wildcat Marching Band Camp up here in Otisville, Michigan. Now, the students have been out here since Sunday, and this is their last day. This is the day they perform for their parents before they go home. And these guys are out here morning to night, dusk to dawn, rain or shine, performing and marching and perfecting the music and the routine. So we're really hoping to talk to some of these students, especially seniors that have done this 4 years now, and to see how they can commemorate this last show, which is Matador, which has more of a Latin vibe to it. And it sounds really great. I've been able to hear them practice a little bit before they come out on the field. So we're hoping to talk to them, maybe talk to Mr. Gibbons, and see what else we can find and what other opinions we can get here with these students out here on this very hot day up here in Otisville, Michigan. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Jim Gibbons. Jim, can you tell us what this year's 2019 band camp is all about?
So we are preparing our halftime show, the show that will march at the football games. We'll also march it at competitions that we do throughout the course of the season. Our show this year is Latin music. It's a Latin theme. We're opening with a piece called Malagueña, and then we're doing a piece called Diego's Goodbye, and closing with a piece called Granada, featuring several soloists throughout the course of the show. And it's a very exciting. The show, really, we're calling it El Corazon del Matador, the heart of the Matador. So we're kind of trying to play off of that whole Matador theme and all that. So
this is a really cool theme. Is it any way that you go about specifically picking the themes?
Well, actually, I got some parents were asking me that question this week. So it's funny that you ask. We kind of, like, I look at music that has been released in the past year and what sounds good and what would fit. And I look, this is all music that's older. Actually, the band, we did Malagueña, I think, in 2000 or 99, 2000. We did that piece, and we did Diego's Goodbye probably in 2007 or 2008. So we've done it. We've never done this order, this combination. Granada is a new piece for the band. But I look at what fits the band, what I think the football crowd will like, what the judges that judge us, and the competition crowds that we go to, while having variety from season to season, so that the kids who are in the band all 4 years, which is most of the kids, they kind of get a little different style each year. So.
And obviously some of the instructors and extra helping hands that you have here are past band students, alumni, yep. So do you pick individually which alumni can come back, or is it open to all?
No, we actually, this is probably our most qualified staff. I have a couple of music education majors who are former students of mine. They're in college now, getting their degrees. I have several students who march in college bands around the state. I think there's 2 kids from U of M's band, 3 or 4 kids from MSU's band. Wayne State's represented, Western Michigan's represented, Northern Michigan. So I have several students who are pursuing some sort of music in college, and I bring those back, and those are the kids that I want, because they're continuing the art. And they were all really strong players in high school, but now that they're moving on into college, that's a great opportunity for me to continue their education even when they're not here. And then we have some professionals, a couple people who one was a former band director, one is a band director, so we try to get the best that we can get out here to work with the kids during camp.
And camp is just about a week long, so how hard do these students, these band members, have to work in order to pull this off? This is technical.
Oh, absolutely. We came out Sunday afternoon and we rehearsed for 3 hours Sunday night, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday they rehearsed 9 hours a day. And then today we had another probably 5 hours of rehearsal. So plus we rehearsed last week at the high school. And so it is a very labor intensive because of all the I tell the kids, I tell our parents, I don't know that there's a more technical, demanding activity that any high school kid does in the school, because of all the things that are happening. You have to be visually aware, you have to have your body a certain way, you're playing your music, you have to still be musical, so you're listening. I would love to see like a picture of what their brain looks like when they're doing this, because it is very involved, and so we need lots and lots of time to do repetition and drill it into them. So.
And before we go, can you just tell us, first off, what instructors should we speak to after this? Who has the best past history with you and who are helping today? Also, what can we expect?
Yeah. Well, John Hill, Mr. Hill, is one of the assistant band directors. He teaches our percussion section. And anyone who's been watching the specials about the band over the past few years knows John Hill. He's a talker. And so he'll tell you all about everything you want to know. But he knows the kids. He works with me every day at the school. He's extremely passionate about music. And so, yeah, he's a good source of information, too.
Now, what can we expect for the rest of today's band camp, the last day?
Yeah, we are ready to go. I'm going to get up and kind of thank everybody, all of our parents and the volunteers that worked at camp, and then we're going to run the show, and then they get to go home, and so do I.
And so next week, where band practice resumes.
Exactly. We're right back at it on Tuesday night, and the kids, we have probably had about half of our rehearsal time before school has even started. Once we get into the school, once school starts, we're twice a week for 3 hours a night, and they're up and running pretty hardcore on the first day of school.
Well, you know what? We have to go speak to Mr. Hill as well as some of these students, phenomenal students. So let's go. Can you tell us what you do in the band?
Well, currently I'm a clarinet player, but next year I'm going to become the next feature twirler for the marching band. Seeing as this year's feature twirler, Libby, she's graduating this year. She's been doing this since she was like 5. I, however, just recently picked it up about 2 years ago. But yeah, that's.
Now, how much effort, dedication, practice does it take to be in that position?
For clarinet, it's a lot more. You have to focus on a lot of key elements. You have to focus on your marching. You have to focus on your step size, how to place your foot. You have to focus on the music. You have to focus on who's next to you, and all. During the competitions, you can't have your music. You have to have it memorized. Twirling for me, I think, is a little easier because you have a routine that you create and you have dots. You obviously have to listen to the music to know when you're doing certain things, but it's a lot more different than if you were actually playing an instrument.
All right, guys, that about ends this 2019 summer band camp, and it was a pretty good one, would you say?
Absolutely. The Wildcat band looked and sounded phenomenal, and I mean, if this is what they're looking like at band camp, imagine what they're going to look like at those home games.
I know. I was a little disappointed because I wanted to see more, so that's just more incentive to come and see the whole thing. You won't regret it, but that about does it. Remember, school starts August 26th at the end of this month, and this is the kickoff for it, so go Wildcats. Until next time, I'm Alexis Ware.
And I'm Danielle Smith. We'll see you next time.
These students work extremely hard over the summer. While a lot of us are outside and enjoying summer vacation, these students are practicing to make sure that they can put on a great performance for all of us as soon as the school year starts. And speaking of a great performance, we're going to head over to our next segment at OHS to see the band camp march in and introduce the fall 2019 sports. Take a look. That's right, Bill. Today I am here at Oxford Public High School for their Meet the Teams night. It's the fall 2019 season, so we're going to meet some football players, some sideline cheerleaders, volleyball, and a bunch of other sports. Let's check it out.
Marching Band, Oxford Wildcat Marching Band.
White champions, boys golf. OAA white champions, boys lacrosse. And district champions, baseball. We're going to go ahead and start the night off with our girls swim team. Please welcome head coach Jackie Rank.
All right, to kick off this event, we're going to speak with Jackie. She's our first interview today. So what do you coach?
I coach the swim and dive team.
And I think I heard a little while ago you guys are champion.
We were 2 years ago in the blue division, and then we moved up to the white division, which is where we currently are, and we're looking to be champions again this year.
Now, I ask every teacher this at the beginning and the end of each year. You lose some and you get some new students. How does that impact the whole team?
Well, I mean, each year you have some really valuable seniors that leave, and you're looking to fill those holes. We have a lot of girls this year. We had a lot of girls last year, but we have probably 15 more girls this year. So by far the biggest team that we've had, and it's just a matter of each girl stepping up, trying to fill those holes and see what we can do to claim the points at the meets.
And your very first meet is pretty soon against Lake Orion, one of our biggest rivals. What have you guys done to prepare for that meet?
Well, so this season, with Thanksgiving being the latest that it possibly can be, the season started actually a week later than it normally would, and our meet is the same date that it normally would be. So that means we are out a week of training, but that means that they are also out a week of training. So far we've really just been doing a lot of teaching, just because we have girls that come to us with lots of different experience, from girls that maybe did lessons when they were younger but haven't swum competitively to girls that swim year-round. So doing a lot of teaching, and then today we started our time trials. So now I'm just trying to get an idea of what we have to work with, and then Coach John Pearson's going to take care of the diving aspect for me.
Well, we obviously have to talk to Coach, but before we switch it over, is it any students or divers, swimmers that we should really keep a close eye out?
Gosh, well, there's quite a few. First off, the swimmers, I would say senior captain Ashley Weltick. She went to the state meet the past, I think, all 4 years. I'm assuming that she's going to make it this year as well, and she's placed at the state level, so she's definitely going to be one to watch. Other state qualifiers from last year include sophomore Callie Schnur, junior Grace Charnstrom, and junior Jenna Fissler. So I think that those 4 swimmers in particular are going to be definitely ones to watch, and then I'll let Coach Pearson kind of answer the dive question of which divers to keep an eye on.
All right, well, we have to go and speak with Coach Pearson now. As promised, we had to speak with Coach, and you are the coach of diving?
I'm the diving coach, yes. The diving is part of the swim team. So we're just one of 12 events, but it's kind of a specialized event. It's like the field events in track and field.
And what techniques do you specifically work on with the girls, especially for a big meet like the one coming up?
You're right, it's a very big meet, and we're rivals, that's true. Not a lot of people know it, but we also practice together. The divers actually have co-practices with Lake Orion and with Oxford. But what I'm looking for with the girls, with Oxford, we have 8 girls. All I want right now, being this early in the season, is I want good balance, confidence, and I want them to actually set a good standard for the rest of the year.
Are you expecting anything for sure this year?
With 8 kids, I lost an outstanding senior last year. She graduated, and she's going on to dive in D1 at the college level. So I don't want to put that pressure on these 8 girls. I've got 3 returning girls and 5 brand new girls to diving. So what I'm going to do is instill the best fundamentals I can, best fundamentals I can with these girls, and let them grow into their own space.
That's excellent techniques from a coach. So we're going to turn it back over to the rest of the event and speak with some more coaches. Thank you so much. I am here with some swimming captains. Ladies, can you tell me what you're the captain of, what part of it?
I'm a senior captain, swim team.
Okay, and what all do you do as senior captain?
We lead the teams. During the summer, we did dryland workouts, and during the swim season, we just do team cheers and lead our team.
Wow, that's interesting information. I didn't know that you all practice during the summer.
Yeah, we start pretty close to when school ends. We start in June and finish when August starts, right up until when we start swimming. So.
And I believe you told me you were the junior captain. So what all do you do as junior captain?
We help out the senior captains, and we run senior night to celebrate and honor the seniors.
And do you guys work together most of the time, or is it separate things that you all do?
We work together most of the time.
Now, how is it, one, from starting as a junior, maybe if you were a junior captain, on to moving up? You're kind of head of the food chain at this point.
Yeah, I actually wasn't junior captain, but being senior captain's really exciting. I'm really happy I got this position, and yeah, I'm excited for the season. So.
Is it any pressure being captain and being a senior?
Yeah, a little bit, but I really like it, and I'm excited. So, yeah.
Now, it's still really, actually, we can't even say it's really close to the beginning of the school year because school hasn't started yet. But do you have plans on swimming outside of high school and college?
Yeah, I do. I'm looking at a couple colleges right now, so trying to hopefully get recruited to one of them. So, yeah.
And what are your goals as the 2019-2020 school year starts for swimming?
I'm excited to just do really good with my teammates and have a lot of positive spirits.
And are you shooing for a captain position next year as a senior?
Yes.
Well, we'll certainly be on the lookout for your teams as well as you two young ladies. Congratulations, and we're going to head back to school in just a little while. a lot of team members out there for the Fall 2019 Meet the Teams event. We're going to be on the lookout for all of those students, especially the seniors this year. But until next time, I'm Alexis Ware. Remember that school is back in session, so it's going to be a lot more material, so stay tuned.